Hey guys, here and I are gonna show you guys how to do um, a little double leg defense. Okay, sometimes your opponent shoots the double leg. We're gonna show you how to sprawl and what you do from there. Okay, so Diego goes to the double leg, boom, right here. Usually, what he's trying to do, he's trying to with the anaconda gripping here with the hands on my legs. He's trying to squeeze my knees together and then take me down to the side. So I didn't know that, right? So he shot. I was a little bit late on this position here. So he already got the hands on my leg. Everything looking good in here for him. He's about to take me down. So what we're going to do, first thing I like to do when the opponent shoots on me on this situation here, I like to, instead of a sprawl, because my knees are together, my knees are being pinched, I like to move my feet apart. Okay, I'm gonna open my legs to the side first. And in the same time, instead of a sprawl back, straight back, okay, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go to the side and back. So it's almost like I'm going legs to the feet apart first, and then I'm going back. And in the same time, if I can, I'm gonna go over hook and cross facing him. Okay, so I'm gonna go cross face, over hook, and then look at my leg. It's like a side to the side, and then start sprawling back. Okay, like I'm going back, I'm going back, I'm going back. But notice that his hands, his hands is still on my leg. Okay, and there's the reshooting situation here. If I stop sprawling here right now, if I stop on my knee here, which is like a lazy sprawl, he'll reshoot and then boom, get my knees together and take me down again. So what you might want to do, gotta make sure that you keep sprawling until there's no more hands in your leg. Okay, hips on the ground, I'm flat on the ground, and then there's no more like, sometimes you put your knee back in here, boom, they reshoot. You know, this leg on the other leg. So make sure that nothing's touching your legs. That's when I'm gonna run to the back after defending the double leg takedown attempt. One more time. So he goes for the double. Boom, legs to the side, start sprawling. No more hands in your leg. You clear, you're good. Now I'm gonna run to the back. Knee between his knee and his elbow. Hug your opponent. Start attacking the back and out. I'm gonna show you guys arm lock from close guard. Okay, close guard situation here. I want to control my opponent's posture. I don't want to start like him to move away from me and start disconnecting away from me and get up or open my guard. So what I'm gonna do, I like the pocket grip over here on the sleeve, one in each sleeve. Okay, then I'm gonna choose the arm that I'm going to attack. I'm going to attack this arm over here, his right arm, my left side. Pocket grip. I don't like to pull his arm across or try, this, because you start a fight that you don't need it. It's like an unnecessary fight. When I pull this, it's action reaction. Every time I pull, he's gonna pull back. So I don't like pulling that. Okay, so what do? I just grab it without any it's like just grab it. Close your guard. Just grab the pocket here. Look, like this. 4 fingers inside, thumb outside. All right. So I got that grip. I don't like to be pulling anything. I just hold it, okay? Now I have control of his arm. I know where his wrist and I know where his arm is. Opposite hand, I'm going to the elbow. Now, to grab it, I pull it a little bit and then I'm gonna cup his elbow like this, okay? Put your hand like a shell and I'm cupping right behind the elbow. Now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna start working the technique in here. Very important things in here, okay? One is this, make sure that you get your thigh behind his triceps, behind his leg, so he doesn't pull the arm out of there. Okay, so I'm gonna go 1, and then I'm gonna control his posture, okay, by grabbing the shoulder, the opposite shoulder. How do I do that? I can go thumb inside, I can go 4 fingers inside, I can grab the head, okay, or I can grab the shoulder. This is the one that I like the best because it's easier for me, okay? I just reach over and then I grab what I can. Sometimes here, sometimes here. Okay, there's actual material here. So I just grab that to control the posture. Now notice, look, I'm pinching my arm in here. In case I lose this hand in here, he tries to pull, that leg is over there to protect the technique. Okay, so I got elbow, foot on his hip. Make sure your knee is pointing up. Now what am I gonna do? My right foot, very important. You're gonna extend that leg and bring the heel to the back of his head. When I do this, everything moves to the right direction, okay? So the goal here, the secret here, it's not moving your hip. Your hip will move automatically. The secret here is to get the back of your heel on the back of his head. So when you do this, pay attention to my hip and to my head. Everything goes into place automatically just because I'm moving my leg in here into the right position. Look at me now. I have a perfect straight line over here. Head, wrist, and opponent's head. Okay? I'm still holding his arm. And now my hand that I had controlling over here, I'm going to replace it to his head. Notice that I'm pinching everything together. This foot is pointing down, but look, I have a straight foot in here. Perfect. My toes are pointing to the ceiling, okay? Perfect position here. I'm going to push the head, and then look, pass the other leg over. How do I like to finish in here now? Look, I like to do this. I don't just raise my hips from here, okay? I like to pull his hands to me, like that, okay? I'm pulling the wrist and the hand towards my face, and I'm pushing this leg here down, okay? And then after that, if it doesn't tap, then I start raising my hip. Usually when I do it like this, he'll tap fast. I won't need to raise the hips. But if I do, then I'm gonna start raising my hips after. So pull the hand to you, thumb facing the ceiling. Look here, leg down. You can start pushing both legs towards the ground like that. And pinch your knees together. Boom. And then you're gonna raise your hips if you needed to. Okay? One more time. Pocket grip control. Elbow, shoulder, foot on the hip. Alright, so Josh and I are going to show you how to do the triangle from the guard, bottom position. Okay, many different ways of doing it. I'm just going to show one way in here, but we have many different ways of doing this position. Close guard, again, pocket grip, okay? You can do, like I said, from the pocket grip, you can do wrist control, you can control it like this. This is preference. You can have one hand on the pocket, gripping here on the sleeve, and then the other hand on the wrist. It's totally up to you, okay? What am I gonna do in here? I'm gonna start moving my legs in here just to create some body movement to cause him to use his hand and distracting him a little bit, okay? Because right now, you know, usually people are holding you over here. They wanna keep you here on the ground so that they can do that to open your guard, okay? So super simple. First one I'm gonna do here, look, I'm gonna pull the hands to me and move my legs as well. When I do this, again, action, reaction. Every time I do this, what is he gonna do? He's gonna try to go back and then put the hand back on my belt again, okay? So I do this. When he goes back, look what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna keep pushing the hand inside, okay? I mean, you gotta start timing the technique, timing the position. So I do a little bit of this to distract. I know he's gonna go back. I just help him to go back. Okay, I'm timing the technique. Now what am I gonna do? If I just try to get the triangle here, they'll escape. Okay, he's gonna push you up and he's gonna block. So what do I have to do? I have to open my legs and then go get it. Okay, I'm gonna raise my hips. I want my hips to go touch his armpit and my legs to go over the shoulder. So it's almost like I'm biting him with my legs. So I'm gonna go up and around the shoulder, okay? So first I'm gonna go here. When he goes back, I'll help him out. Now look at my hips. I'm gonna open the legs and I'll go get it over the shoulder. It's one big bite. Look at my left hip. It's under his armpit. My right here, my right leg, it's over his shoulder. right on the ear, I'm right on the spot. Now what do? First thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna keep raising my hips to push that arm across to my body. Now I'm gonna bring him to me with my legs. So what's happening here now? I'm locking, I'm trapping his elbow. His elbow is trapped over here. He can't move because of my leg and my body. I don't stay here. I come up, okay, to make sure the elbow is trapped. Now, left hand goes to my shin. Make sure that I'm controlling his posture. Left foot goes to his hip, and I turn. Now I can go and lock the triangle. This is super tight. If it doesn't tap, I'm gonna come up, both hands behind the head, and tap. Okay, one more time. So a little, few different baits, few different things that you can do to induce him to fall into your technique so you can start timing him. One of the ones that I like, it's a very simple one, but very efficient. I just go forward, and when he goes back, I push. I'm gonna show a different way here that I do, because I do this in Ogi as well. I grab the wrist like this. Look, instead of I use this two, we're gonna use this and this. That's how I grab my opponent's wrist. The other ones are just support. Okay, so this two here. So I go here, and I grab the wrist like this. The other ones are support. Okay? So I do the same thing. Boom, here, and then I allow him to go back. Then I push. I'm pushing one against his chest, and I'm pulling the other one. And at the same time, I'm gonna go and get it. So hips, boom, up. Now I do the same thing, okay? All the way up, bring the arm across, grab the shin, turn, get the triangle. Now, to finish in here, okay? I don't want my leg to lock on top. Let's move around a little bit so you guys can see it. This way. I don't want my leg on top of my toes. Okay, I want my leg over here, the back of my knee over here. So you gotta make sure that everything's tight. Okay, so pull this. I want this straight. Now what do? Raise your hips. Look, raise your hips, and then when I lock it, look, you can see it. My whole foot is over here. Okay, I'm locking on top of my leg, right on the perfect spot in here. This is the perfect triangle here. Now I'm gonna squeeze everything together. I'm gonna squeeze the knees together, and I'm gonna come up. So I'm squeezing everything together. Knees down, and you choke your opponent. Okay, so now we're gonna do the omoplata from the bottom, omoplata from the guard. Again, pocket grip. There's a way that I like doing this omoplata here. Okay, so we got the pocket grip. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna pull him forward again, this way. Okay, sometimes they will do it like that. They'll put both hands on the ground, but sometimes they don't. Sometimes they just come up for a little bit and then they try to resist, which is okay. You know, I'm already expecting that. So I'm doing this. Look what happened here. Okay, then what do? Instead of a push straight back, I'm gonna push it to the side first. So I go here. But in this case, because I'm attacking this arm, I'm just gonna do it to this arm over here. I don't have to do it to the other one. Or you can do both and then attack just one. Okay? So I'm pulling him to me. He's gonna offer me resistance. This is exactly what I want. So now what am I gonna do? I'm just gonna open it to the side. See, it's almost like he's gonna fall into my technique, you know, because of that. Okay, so first I actually want him to resist a little bit. It's actually better for me. So I'm pulling him forward here. See, he resists. Now I don't push straight back because there's resistance in here. Then I go to the side. Okay, push it to the side like that. Okay, now again, at once I'm gonna go to the omoplata. What do I do in here on the omoplata? The same thing that very similar to what I did in the triangle position. I'm gonna open my legs and then attack the omoplata. So my legs are going to the side. So I got the pocket grip in here, pushing that way. He fell into my technique. My other hand is on the other pocket here on the other sleeve. So I'm gonna open my legs first. Look. Now I'm gonna start attacking the technique. I'm going for the triangle. One thing here that I do, okay? when I got the triangle. I don't try to sit up right away. I keep my back on the ground. Okay, so I leave my back on the ground. I have the omoplata. Look, what do I do here first? I replace the hand here. Okay, and then my right hand that I had on the arm goes inside, grabbing his leg inside, like you're gonna answer the telephone here. Boom, you grab the leg inside. Again, I keep my back on the ground. What do I do from here? I like to make him go flat first, so I kick it. Both legs, look, I'm gonna kick his armpit, like that. Now he's flat on the ground. Once he's flat on the ground, that's when I come up. I come up, legs to the side. Now I'm gonna finish. How do I finish in here, okay? Look, hand on the ground. Left hand, I go to his triceps, to his elbow. Okay, I'm gonna squeeze my right leg in here. I'm pinching his arm to make it tighter for him. And I'm gonna start moving away that way to get the elbow. Here, then I'll come up. So, here, it's gonna take him a little longer to tap. So I got a little angle in here. I go away from him a little bit, then I go to the submission. Show you guys on a different angle now. Look, again, you can use this little bait in here to set him up, or you can just do it straight. Push the arm to the side, and then you attack the omoplata. Go straight to the omoplata. Grabbing the leg, push your feet forward. He falls forward. Come up. Now look, my feet is straight. Look what I do to my hand. I have the pocket grip, I go to the triceps. Put your hand like a shell, go to the triceps, okay? Immediately, I'm gonna start folding my legs, folding my feet here, look, to the side, okay? So here, to the side. Hand on the ground. Now what do? I can come up straight in here, but usually he takes a little bit longer to tap, especially if it's flexible. Skinny kids, girls, okay, they're a lot more flexible. So what do I have to do in here to make them tap a little bit faster? So cut the corner here, going a 35 degree here to your left. Look, start changing the angle like this. That's it. He's feeling it already. Now he's gonna tap. Boom. Okay guys, pummeling to double leg. So usually when I'm showing the pummeling technique, we're going side to side. I ask the students to move your feet as well. So my right hand goes, my right foot goes. Boom, 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 okay? So when we're pummeling over here, my fingers should be pointing up the sky so that I keep this in here active, okay? And then my left hand controlling the triceps, and my right hand controlling his left triceps, and my elbow controlling over here, squeezing over here. No chicken wings, okay? Keep it tight, right? So now I'm gonna start pummeling, and then I switch side. Boom, I go to the other side. So make sure you're moving your feet, okay, with that technique. So now we're gonna go to the double leg. It's easy to remember. So what am I gonna do? I'm gonna drop to the knee that I'm going to. So if I'm going right hand inside now, look, I'm switching, my right foot is gonna go. So what do? He's thinking that I'm pummeling. He's thinking that I'm gonna go for a pummeling technique here to try to get a double under something. I'm just gonna change the body level. I'm gonna drop it straight to my knee. So look, I'm here, I'm going on, under here, I wanna go under his arm, I wanna get the underhook. So look, knuckles goes first, and then as I'm doing, look what I do. Boom. I drop it to my knees, okay? So now I'm on a double leg technique in here. So immediately, once I get to this position, what am I doing over here? Look, my knees on the right spot. Make sure your hips like touching his leg, and then I'm gonna start fixing my posture over here. In case I feel that the hand got in here on my way, look, he's trying to get over here. What am I gonna do? You change your body level. Make sure you connect it to him. Okay, now when I come up, I'm gonna come up strong from this position here. Look, I got my grip is in here, I got my leg, I'm coming up now strong, and I'm taking him down to the side. pummeling to double leg, it's gonna look like this. So I'm here, look, pummeling, boom, you pummeling, and then I go, boom. Okay, notice when I did fast now, what did I do with my left hand, with my opposite hand? I threw his hand to the back of my body, away from my face, because I don't want him cross-facing me when I do this. Okay? So look, pay attention to my left hand over here. Okay, so we pummeling, boom, I'm going side to side. Right now, look at my left hand. So I'm going down, look at my left hand. I'm pushing that hand behind my head. Now I'm ready to go. 1, 2, and then boom, take him down. All right, so another variation from that pummeling. So we always like here pummeling, try to get to the double under, to a double leg or to a single leg technique. So right now we're going to a single, okay? So same thing, very similar, but instead of going, look, to drop it and go to double, okay? We're gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna go under, throw the opposite hand behind my body, but instead of I go here, I'm shooting across. Here I'm shooting across, attacking the single leg. But look at my posture, everything's the same in here, okay? So changing this way so you guys can see it better. So we're doing the pummeling here. Now look, throw it, shoot it straight to a single leg. So now I got the single leg technique. Few different ways of doing it, okay? What am I gonna do in here? I wanna make sure that I make this leg lighter. Okay, how do I do that? Few ways of doing it. One of the ways you're gonna do now, I'm gonna use my head to stop pushing him that way, okay? And I'm gonna slide this down a little bit so that I can get to the bottom of his leg, okay? So I can go here and here, I can go here and here, okay? So right now I'm gonna go, stop pushing this way, sliding the leg, and then boom, I got the single leg. So once you're here, very important that you're pinching your knees together, good posture here, bend your knees, good posture, make sure that you have chest pressure on his knee, and I'm gonna take him down. Very simple way, okay? There's many different ways I can take him down now. Just gonna take my right hand, I'm gonna look for the opposite heel over here, okay? His left heel right there. But look, I can't reach, no problem, don't force it. What are you gonna do? I'm gonna drive my knees towards his feet. My feet is pointing in, and I'm driving my knees towards his foot over there. Okay, so look, I took him down. What I don't like to do is fall into it. Okay, I like to take him down and then disconnect it from him and then go for some kind of a guard passing from there. If I can't pass the guard, that's fine. I took him down, I got my points. I'm okay with that. So one more time, with pummeling, boom, switching my leg. Now I'm gonna attack the single. Boom, that's it. Bah, got it. See, he's hopping, he wants to hop, he wants to move around, no problem. Take him down. Okay, Diego and I are gonna demonstrate how to apply the Akimura from the guard. Close guard, usually like, fighting in here with your opponent. Very similar to any other guard position, okay? I like to create some kind of a distraction, some kind of a body movement. I never go straight to the technique unless he's not, giving me any resistance, okay? So what do I do here? I'm gonna pull him forward again with my knees, and then when he goes back, when he tries to go back, that's when I'm gonna start preparing to attack that arm that I wanted to. In this case, I'm attacking his left arm, my right side over here. So what do? I try to pull him to me with the hands and with my knees here, and then based on his reaction, I'm start switching. Look, I want my thumb to start controlling the wrist, and then I switch. I go from pocket grip to wrist control like this, to like a C grip, okay? So I have it here, I go here, and then I'm switching that way, Okay, now again, what do I do in here? I like to move his hands apart, quick, like that. And then I'm gonna come up, okay? To get up faster, I like to open my guard. I'm gonna open the guard. And then I'm gonna come up. As I'm coming up, I'm pushing my hips back because I wanna sit up. And then I'll go up. Notice that I'm up on my elbow, okay? Now a very important detail in here. See that I have the C grippy over here. So what am I gonna do? Once my hand connected to the other wrist, gets connected to the other wrist, I'm gonna bring my thumb around and get that monkey grip, okay? So C, monkey, to a monkey grip, okay? Now, I have this position here. What am I gonna do? I don't want my wrist going back this way. So I push both of my wrists out, okay? Here. Just by doing this, I'm already applying pressure to his elbow, okay? So I'm pushing my wrist out, not in, okay? Out, very important. Now, I'm gonna start bringing his face to the mat. I want his face to go straight to the mat. But in order for me to do that, I gotta move my body out of the way. I don't wanna go straight back on my back because then I can't put his face on the ground. So what do I do there? I use my elbow. I go to the side. See, I'm gonna open to the side and then I'm gonna slide my butt this way. Okay, I'm driving my butt this way and out and out. So now I'm totally sideways here. Okay, and I have that grip. This leg in here, look, I can go over his body to control the position here so he doesn't roll. But sometimes, guys, sometimes this leg in here gets on the way. And this is gonna block me here a little bit. So what you guys can do is this, you can slide it out and then finish. Or, okay, let's say he's a big opponent and I can't have my leg around him. You bring your leg inside, okay, inside the leg like this. It's also fine. He won't escape from here. Okay, now, how do I finish? What's the goal here? Look, wrist out, both of your wrists pointing up, okay, like that. Here, and then my goal is to drive his hand to the back of his head. I want his hand to follow the spine over here all the way to the back of the head. So I'm here, and then you finish. Okay, one more time. Just wait here. So I'm here, boom, switch. I got out of the way. Okay, feet on the ground. Come up. Get your grips, move it, turn, and ready. Now I'm going to start finishing the position. Alright, so now I'm going to show you the guillotine from the guard. A few different ways of doing it. Okay, you can do from Kimura. As a variation from the Kimura, you attack the Kimura. Your opponent try to push you up and then you wrap the head and go to the guillotine. Or you can go directly to the guillotine. I'm going to do these two versions so you guys can decide which one you want to use. Or you use both, okay? Depending on the situation. Let's go. So I'm over here, pocket grip, fighting, controlling the position here. I'm going to get the arm out of the way, and I'm going to come up to attack the Kimura. So usually when I come up to attack the Kimura, my opponent, they try to push you up to pull the arm out of here. That's when he starts exposing his neck. Look at his head, okay? So now what am I going to do? I'm just going to go around and then wrap the head. As I'm doing that, I let the arm go, I put my hand on the ground, and I adjust my body because I want to be seated on my butt, on both butt cheek in here, okay, and with a good posture over here. I don't want to be falling back, okay. So now look, I have a good posture in here. I'm seated on my butt. I feel good. You can do it over the arm, or you can do it in front of the arm and go for the finishing here. Now, few different ways of finishing. this technique, okay? Depending on the size of your arm, depending on the size of your opponent, I'm gonna work on the grips with you guys in a little bit. So right now, what am I gonna do? I have the guillotine, okay? I'm gonna start going straight back to the ground, and I'm gonna close my guard, okay? Once I close my guard, this particular technique in here, how am I gonna finish? I'm gonna extend my arms and I'm gonna raise my hips, and then heel tap. Okay, few different ways of finishing. This one here, it's when your back is on the ground. Okay, you close your guard and then you pull the arm, raise your hips, and stretch your opponent. Okay, so one more time. Now guys, before we go to the next, before we go over again and show you guys again, pay attention to the grips. Like I said, depending on the size of your arm, the length of your arm, the size of your opponent, okay? You can grab it on your hands like this, do like a monkey grip, and then bring it, the blade of your arm up. You can grab your wrist over here and then do the same thing. If you have a long arm, or if you opponent with a skinny opponents, okay, long neck, so you can climb a little bit and then do it. Okay, so again, work on that technique. You can do the one that you cup the chin with your hand, with the palm of your hand. You cup your opponent's chin over here, and then you get the other hand behind, and then you go for the choke. Okay, the way I'm doing it here, I'm grabbing over here, and then extending my opponent. Okay, so one more time. Close guard. I'm working the arm. I'm gonna get up to the kimura. I'm gonna sit up. Oh, going for the kimura. Okay, now he's squashing it up. I'm wrapping the arm, the head, and then look, hand on the ground, sit up straight. Very important. Right here, he won't get out. Okay, you already got control of the situation here. Now I'm gonna connect my hands together. Okay, as soon as I get my hands together, I'm gonna start closing my guard. I'm going straight back. No problem. Look, close your guard. Okay, now I'm gonna start the process of finishing. I'm gonna squeeze everything together. I'm squeezing my elbows together. I'm gonna start pulling my wrist to me, to my jaw. Okay, and I'm gonna start extending my opponent here, and then heel tap. Okay, Diego and I are gonna show you the Ezekiel now. Close guard. When I'm inside when my opponent is inside my guard, I like to control his posture here before I attack the Ezekiel. So what am I gonna do? What do I like to do? 2 hands and one lapel, okay? Like a baseball bat grip. So I go 1 to open it, and then 2. I don't go too deep because all I want to do here is pull him to me. So I grab by the collarbone in here, okay? So 2 hands on 1. Now look, I pull and I use my knees this way. He comes forward. Immediately, I'm not just gonna grab the head, I'm gonna hug him. I want this part of my arm to get connected to his neck here like this. And I wanna glue his face to my chest, okay? To really like bother him. No one likes this. Okay, so now I'm over here. Look, very important when you're doing things like this, never leave your head behind. Make sure you're active. Your whole body was working together. Now look, pull your hand out of there. He's gonna start using his hands to try to get disconnected, to try to peel or whatever. Pull your hand out and you get your elbow inside. So you pull your hand out of there and bring your elbow back inside. Now I'm trapping his arm in here. And now look, he's connected to me. He doesn't like. He's still trying to go back up. Look, 4 fingers inside your upper sleeve. 4 fingers inside your sleeve. Now the problem that everyone encounters here is like you try to do the Ezekiel from here and you can never do this. Okay, so what do you have to do? It's like a magician. You gotta make your hand disappear. Look, pull your hand inside the sleeve. So you pull your hand inside the sleeve as much as you can. Okay, and punch far away from his neck. You don't want to be doing this from here. Okay, so now I'm here. Now what do? I open my hand, look, I'm turning my hand, and I go under. Okay, his chin over here. And then from here, I want to pull back to my left like that. Look, my hand is already in. Okay? So I want to make sure that this part now and this hand is as close as possible to his left side of his neck. So before I want to here, hide it. Now it's the opposite. I want to make sure that that part is connected to the neck. And then I'm going to start finish. When you guys finish, you can finish open hand, or you can finish half hand like this, or you can do the fist finish. Okay, again, preference also depend on the size of your opponent's neck. Sometimes bigger neck, it's easier to do a fist. Okay, so I'm here, elbow inside, hide your hand. Look, boom, got it. Extend it, push all the way to the other side. Now I'm gonna start finish. How do I finish this? I'm gonna extend my arms, okay? I'm doing this, extending both of my arms at the same time. And then I push my opponent away with my legs. So I'm here, now look. And then heel tap. Alright guys, Josh and I were showing out the cross choke technique from the guard. Very simple, very efficient, but a lot of people, they have a hard time doing it because the opponent posture up, they break your grips, you just, it's a simple technique, but there are a couple things in here that I'd like to show you guys that I think is going to make the difference when you apply it. And it's going to make it easier for you to apply and start getting better results with this a simple choke here. Close guard. Again, to control my opponent's posture, I like to use two hands at the same lapel. So I open, doesn't necessarily need to be all the way up because look, he's far away from me. So I go here, whatever I can get. Look, chest line, it's totally fine. So look, put your grip in here. One, and then two. It can be right here. Now you start working his posture. You pull him to you. Now that he came forward, you slide your hand. This one here, I don't grab anything. I want to go as high as I can with my right hand over here. Look, okay? So I'm going like this, so my hand's turning. But it's very important that you bring your wrist back after you super deep. After you touching his neck, this part of your hand needs to be touching his neck, not this part. Okay? In the beginning, it's okay if you touch it like this, but then you got to make sure that you turn in the side of your thumb. This curve over here needs to be touching his neck, not this. If you try to choke with this part of your arm, it's not going to work. Okay, so okay, pull him down. Now, the trick in here, okay? Once I'm here, pull the gi to you and then turn your hand. Boom, like this. Remember, you don't want it to be bent like that, okay? You got to pull it to you like you're working out, like you're doing like a forearm workout here. You got to make sure that you pull it to you and then turn. Okay, it's like this. You want to be looking at your knuckles when you're doing this technique. So you go 4 fingers in and then you turn. Boom. See, I'm looking at my knuckles now. Now, what's happening here? Many different ways of attacking and grabbing the other side. You can go under your arm. You can go over your arm. You can go around his head. Okay? And you can do 4 fingers in and 4 fingers out. Okay? Or you can do 4 fingers in and 4 fingers in. Right now we're going to do 4 and 4. Okay? So 4 fingers inside, 4 fingers inside. So open it, pull it to you. One hand, 4 fingers inside. Pull that knuckle to you. Make sure that this part is touching his neck. Got it. One right here. Now I'm going to the second one. So look, I'm going under my arm. Okay? As deep as you can. Now it's the secret here. How do I choke? Look, I have 4 fingers, both hands inside. How do I choke? I don't have to squeeze or anything. I see people raising the elbows in here and try to use a lot of strength. That's why it doesn't work. You're doing the wrong things. What's the proper technique in here? I got 4 fingers in, both of my arms on this curve in here, touching my opponent's neck. What do? It's like I'm bringing my elbow down, like you're doing a row exercise, like those rows in the gym. You're doing a row workout here. So I got 4 fingers, and then I'm pulling him down. And I don't want to pull him on top of my face. I must pull him on top of my belt. So I'm pulling him down this way to my belt, not here, on top of me, not good. It's here to my belt, right here, like this, and then like that, okay? Just by turning my hand, you guys will notice that he'll tap. I don't even need to pull him down. Just in case he doesn't want to tap, then you bring him to your belt. I'm going to show you both versions. So 1, 4 fingers. Like I said, you can go under your arm or above your arm. 4 fingers inside. Make sure you turn. So look, right arm not turning. He's not tapping, okay? I can squeeze it. He won't tap. So what do? I'm just going to start turning. I'm closing my hands. I'm squeezing my hands, and I'm turning. Pay attention to his face and to his eyes. He's already changing. I can feel that he's about to tap. Look, I didn't move my body or anything. Look, I'm just turning my hands. That's it. He tapped. All I did was this. Okay? Once you grab it, squeeze everything and start turning. Turn. He'll tap. One more time. So 1, 2. That's it. Now what do? Start turning your hands. Turn your hand. That's it. He tapped. Now I'm gonna do it's a very loose position. I didn't have the opportunity to go super deep. So now it's not too deep. So it's right here. Okay? Boom. 1, 2. Look, it's not too deep. I'm turning my hands, and I didn't have the perfect contact to his neck. So what am I gonna do now? I'm gonna have to pull his face down to my belt. I'm gonna start pulling it down. But what I cannot do is stop rolling my hand like this. That's when I lose the technique. When you stop pulling him, but you stop rolling your hand. So you want to make sure that you stop pulling him to your belt, not to you. This is not good. It's to your belt, down. But in the same time, you got to keep rolling your hand. And then he'll tap. Okay, that's the secret. You do this, your cross choke is going to be very successful.
All right.
That's good, right?
Yeah, that was good.